Hi ladies, welcome to Monday, our first day in our group, and we are talking on this Motivational Monday about the thing that is going to get us through this entire group, which is your own power. And I want to talk today about standing in your own power. We live in a world and in a time where we give up a lot of our power to other people, whether it's people who kind of suck energy out of us, and not that it's an inherently bad thing to have, strong relationships with people, but a lot of times we sacrifice ourselves for other people and we don't take care of ourselves. And we also live in a time where we're encouraged to give up responsibility for us to other people. And what I mean by that is, when we dislike a situation in our lives, we often look to shift the blame and to look at other people and other sources as the reason something has happened to us. And there are things that just happen that are really hard in our lives, but there are also things that we have a lot of control over that we choose not to control because it's hard. Because it's just hard to deal with emotionally, or it's hard to deal with and process, or we may not have the tools at the time that something happens to us to really effectively deal with it. And because of that, we create a lot of unhealthy behaviors. I'm an emotional eater. That's who I am. And it's pretty difficult to break those habits. But is it impossible? Absolutely not. And is it something that I can be mindful of and reflective of? Absolutely. So that's what we're going to talk about today, is choosing to identify those places in your life where you may have shifted control and said, this is happening outside of me. I don't have control over it. When you actually do. And you actually do have choices to make healthy choices for yourself and to set your priorities and to set boundaries on things that really need to be done so that you can take care of yourself. So today I'm going to encourage you to think about the places in your life where you might feel like you're struggling. If you're in a health and wellness group, I'm going to bet that a lot of it has to do with health and wellness. It might be emotional eating. It might be stress eating. It might be that you're unhappy with a job situation, so you're taking it out, through that emotional and stress eating. It could be just the stress of being a mom. That's hard, guys. You are running around serving other people's needs all day, being a mom and a wife, and you often will forget your own and neglect your own. So you definitely have to think about how to reflect on that and how to say, okay, yes, I play these roles as a wife and mom, but I'm more than that. I'm a person. And I'm a person who needs care, and I'm a person who needs help, and I'm a person who needs support, and I'm a person who needs to exercise and eat well to feel good and to fuel my body properly and be able to move my body and use it, because it's so hard when you have all these things you really love to do and all of these great things in your life that you want to be involved in, but you're so tired or run down that you can't engage in them. So, Motivational Monday today. Find that place where you're struggling. Find that place where every time you think about making a change, it's like, oh, it's just too hard. It's just too hard and I can't do it. And think about that. How can you shift to say, I do have power in this situation, and this is the power that I have, and this is what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to challenge you to think about today. And it might be a little bit uncomfortable at first. I know for me, at the beginning of all this, it was really difficult for me to admit that I had really gotten myself into a place that I didn't want to be, because I just felt like my entire life was controlled by my infertility and by the losses that we had suffered and by depression. And I really did feel that way for a long time, that I had no control or power over that. And the thing is, I didn't have control or power over the events that happened, but you better believe that I had control and power over how I responded to it. And for a lot of time, it was just processing grief. But once I got past that and I was ready to live again, I was choosing not to. I was choosing to kind of drown my sorrows in my favorite vices, cherry Coke and pizza, and, treats and things like that, because it was just easier to numb my stress and pain away with some sort of substance, and if it hadn't been cherry Coke and pizza, it would have been something else. I get how people become alcoholics. I totally get how people get into drugs, because you're just seeking to numb something that's really difficult to deal with. But the thing is, when we stand in our own power and we say, yeah, we're capable, Yeah, we're strong and we're gonna figure it out. Even if it's not perfect, and even if there are days where we struggle, we have the potential to do it. And just recognizing it is enough to begin. So today, think about where you can stand in your own power. What do you really have control over? You have control over whether or not you go in the pantry and eat the bag of chocolate chips. You have control over whether or not you press order on the Domino's app. You have control over whether or not you take the time on Saturday to do meal prep. You have control over whether or not you pull out your containers to measure your food, or press play on a workout, or get out of bed a little earlier so you can get up. You do have control over that. And as hard as it might be to make the change, because a lot of these are habits that we've created over years and years and years, you have to tell yourself that yes, you can. And it might not happen all at once, and it might not be 100% perfect. But taking a single step in the right direction and making a single change to begin all of this is far better to staying exactly where you are right now. That is my Motivational Monday spiel. I want to keep it relatively short and sweet. Go ahead and check out the rest of the post for today with your first challenge that you have in there. And we are going to make sure that we do our check-in for accountability today. So you need to make sure that you are logging your food. What did you eat? Breakfast, lunch, dinner, 2 snacks. I want you to try to eat 5 times a day so that you're keeping your metabolism stable, your blood sugar stable, and you're not crashing at any point during the day. And then what workout did you do? And if you're a Shakeology drinker, what shake flavor did you have? What was your shake today? And you're going to log that every day, along with what was your win from today? How did you win your day? What did you do that was amazing? And it doesn't have to be a big thing. It can be a small win, but any win that you had today, let's celebrate that. Let's celebrate it. And please come in and post that this evening. I will remind you later in the day, but I need you to make sure that you post that this evening. And go in and comment on other people's. We all benefit when we are commenting and sharing and really loving on everyone in this group. And then be prepared for tomorrow, which is Tasty Tuesday, which I'm way excited about. But we're going results driven this month. We are throwing our excuses out the window, because that's what they are. They're excuses. They're not limitations. Because guess what? You can work around anything. You can find a solution. You are that smart. You are that talented. You are that resourceful. You were created to be the smartest, most amazing, passionate, beautiful person. And to tell yourself you're not is to do yourself a disservice. And to tell yourself you can't is to lie to yourself, because you can. You can do that, and you will do that. So let's have an amazing Monday, and hop into the group and complete your quick challenge today, which is making an introductory post. I need you to make an introductory post today. That can either be a quick video that you post in the group, a live video that you do in the group, or choose a picture of yourself. It can be with family or by yourself, and answer the questions that I'm going to post up with this video. All right, guys, have a great day, and I will check in with you later.